Episode 4, The Helper in Disguise. Welcome to Episode 4 of Abidemi's journey. Today, we follow her story as she faces yet another challenge during her JSS 3 exam. It was time for Abidemi to pay for her exam, but once again, there was no one to help her. At the time, there was a patient staying in her uncle's hospital VIP ward. Abidemi was responsible for bringing his food and keeping his room tidy, just as her uncle had instructed. One morning, as she came in to serve him breakfast, the patient noticed she looked sad. He gently asked, "Abidemi, what's wrong?" With hesitation, she opened up about her worry. Her exam was coming soon, but she had no money to pay the fees. The man listened quietly, then asked for the school's bursar details. "Don't worry," he said kindly. "I'll handle it." True to his word, he paid for her exam that very day. Abidemi was overwhelmed with gratitude. She knelt down and said a heartfelt thank you to her unexpected helper, Lawyer Sheena. He smiled and told her not to mention it to her uncle. With joy in her heart, Abidemi prepared for the exam and passed successfully, earning her promotion to SS1, the fourth year in secondary school. She began to dream of reaching year 12, when she would write her final exams and hopefully gain admission into the university. But life once again tested her. When it was time to pay for her senior secondary exam, no one came to her aid. Desperate, she borrowed money from one of her schoolmates, promising to repay later. By this time, her uncle and his wife had made life almost unbearable. Some mornings, she had to beg neighbors to let her bathe in their house before school. Her late grandmother, who had loved and cared for her while she lived with her uncle, was heartbroken by the way Abidemi was being treated. But being old and frail, there was little she could do. To find peace and study properly, Abidemi eventually moved in with a friend, determined to pass her exam in one sitting and move closer to her dreams. Dear viewers, what do you think about Abidemi's courage and determination? What lesson did you learn from this episode? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so others can learn from her story too. See you in the next episode, dearies. Bye.